The ancient Egyptian mummy of tomb KV55 that could turn all religions. Now, the greatest and most evocative discovery of the history of archaeology is the tomb of Pharaoh King Tutankhamun, King Tut as we know him. And since then it's said that although valuable treasures have been recovered, there has been no other such important discovery. But there are constantly whispered about several mysterious discoveries which are hidden from the public. It's not just the strange void beneath the pyramids, nor the possible existence of Atlantis archives under the Sphinx. Many believe, they allege that they could be there. Many times even an ordinary tomb, but quite different, can contain things that are ultimately hidden from the general public. And one of these tombs is tomb KV55 and the mummy of tomb KV55. In January 1907, financier Theodore M. Davis had hired archaeologist Edward R. Arton and his team to conduct excavation in the Valley of the Kings in Egypt, on the west bank of the Nile River, opposite the city of Thebes. Almost all the pharaohs from the Golden Age of Egypt are buried in this famous Valley of the Kings. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. On January 6, 1907, Arton's team discovered the entrance of the tomb known as KV55, and they informed Davies the next day and began removing debris blocking the entrance. On January 7, Davis and Arton entered the tomb accompanied by Joseph Lyndon Smith and Arthur Weigall. Among many, the central interest was attracted by a sarcophagus and its mummy, and in the following days the archaeological identification and the relevant photographs of the objects began. Overall, the appearance of the tomb was not remarkable. However, the identification of the mummy was complicated by the fact that the objects found seemed to belong to many different people. It was suggested that the tomb was created in a hurry and that the mummy had originally been placed elsewhere and transported. The objects based on the objects found for the identity of the mummy were many, from Queen Tai and Akhenaten to Nefertiti and King Smenkhkarka. The researchers who began to identify the mummy were really faced with a challenge. Eventually, scientific examination revealed that the mummy was not a man, probably around 20 to 25 years old, closely associated with King Tutankhamun, King Tut as we know him. Perhaps it was his brother, who is believed to have been Akhenaten's son. Another theory was that the remains belonged to Smenkhkarka, who had been the successor of the Akhenates. In February 2010, further tests were performed that determined the age to be around 35 years old, while scientists stated with relative certainty that the skeletal remains of KV55 actually belonged to Akhenaten himself, son of Amenhotep III and father of King Tutankhamun. Akhenaten was originally named Amenhotep and was one of Egypt's most radical pharaohs, known for abandoning traditional Egyptian polytheism and introduced the first monotheistic religion, which focused on the true God. It's possible then that Akhenaten later reputation as a heretical king led workers to follow an order to remove his mummy from its original location and abandon it where archaeologists eventually found it. But behind this whole history lies a strange rumor that could overthrow all monotheistic religions if it's true. It's said, therefore, that incidents were carried out in the background that were silenced. It's claimed that the mummy had been extinct for some time, and in 2000 there were indications that it reappeared, quote unquote, at the Museum of Egyptology in Munich, Germany, and along with many accusations among the archaeologists for hidden stolen objects. Experts decide to perform various measurements and analyze the mummy that was found again, but before the tests and exams even started, everything stopped abruptly. And why? Nobody knew. According to rumor, occasional clues are said to have led experts to conclude that Akhenaten could in fact be Moses himself, and that the mummy belonged logically to Moses' brother Aaron. This is the first time I've ever heard hearing of this. This is amazing. Now, this information is not confirmed and can easily be dismissed by anybody, but if they really hide inside them some nuggets of truth, then you understood very well the obvious reasons why they did not survive and never reach the world. They would shock a huge part of the population on the planet who believed in the narration of the Bible. Immediately there would be reactions from this world and the priesthood until all the foundations of the world religions had questions all about this. Therefore, this discovery was kept secret from humans, they said. Now, what do we think about this? Is this a rumor, or does this contain some truth? Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. I've translated this from another Greek article. Thank you.